people, right? I will not chase a man that don't want me. Yeah, it's easy to say until and these are sizable books. They're minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author. Those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. Seeking attention from the internet, crying to the internet. Someone help me. She tried to take my child away. Listen, I'm not saying it's not a victim. I don't know that for a fact. But when you're playing the victim, it's impossible, literally equivalent, impossible to engage the power that you have left as a human being when you're playing the victim. Being a victim and playing the victim are two different things. Being a victim is something we can clearly see. Sometimes you have to wait to the court before they make a verdict or whatever, right? But playing a victim is when you come to the internet, you're cleaning your eyes and doing stuff like that. And then in the same breath, they say men don't cry, but I'm crying. Dude, that's not the point. We say men don't cry. We say men should not cry when it comes down to your relationship with your woman. You look like a weak person, not even man. Okay? This is an example of what we say don't cry. We're not talking about don't be vulnerable to a woman who is in love with you. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this situation. You got into a brawl with your wife, the mother of your 2 kids, one brand new baby kid. And then you start to cry like a bitch to the rest of the world that really don't care. That's what we're talking about when we say don't cry. That's precisely what we mean by that. Right? That's the context. This is the context of what we're talking about. That men should not cry in front of their women. Not just their women, in front of the world when we're talking about you and your woman. Not on a consistent basis, at least. Not in this kind of situation, right? If she was that terrible, you should have been waiting for the court based on the evidence that you have from the past, not the evidence you're now creating, right? To tell the court that, nah, she was a terrible mother, she was a terrible wife, she cheated on me. You present that to the court, and they'll probably let you go, and then you can have your peace of mind. But I'm forced to look at things and say, yeah, it just looks like he's looking for sympathy or empathy online. I don't know which one, That's what it looks like to me. But anyway, I want to go and do some quick shout out to those of you that left a comment on this video that went viral in the past few days. Let's go ahead and share that. I want to give a quick shout out and read some of your comments. This is a comment reaction session that I like to do to engage. This is the video that I did, and at first when I was watching the video, I was wondering, like, why is this video going viral? What did I say? And I saw a lot of people appreciating what I said, and I was like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that, because trust me, I don't expect that everyone will agree with what I say, but it feels good. I'm not one of those people that cap. I'm not seeking validation, but validation feels damn good. Right? So, but thank you so much, and I want you to be a part of the family, the part of the community here. Again, like I said, please make sure that you're following the 2 channels, Man of Prestige Clips, which is this one, and the other one, which is Man of Prestige. Just subscribe to both channels and turn on the notification bell, right? So here are some of the comments that were coming in here. Ramona Cooper says, I really enjoyed your content. I be encouraged, sir. Thank you, Ramona. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Nita, I am most of these people that I'm reading your comment right now, there's a good chance you're not following the main channel. Please go and follow the main channel, right? Wherever you are. Thank you so much, right? And again, we're talking about this. I don't want to bash. I don't want to I called him a bitch. I'm sorry, but I'm really just trying to extract the lessons out here. This is precisely what you don't want to be as a man. This is precisely what you don't want to be as you move into the future, Justin. It's okay that you've made mistakes. I've made mistakes too, right? But the whole point of this is that we know that life is such a beautiful thing that we have 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th chances. Some people are getting married the 5th time, although the more you get married, the less the chances to last. I'm sorry. That's the truth, right? That's the data. Anyway, so let's keep going here. You are so honest and speaking the truth throughout. Well, I'm just trying to speak how I see it. I just like I said, no one has the monopoly of truth, only time, right? So we can tell over time and see. But I appreciate you, Nita. Lydia says, I don't like to judge, but I feel he is very irresponsible, right? Me either, right? How do you leave your wife with a baby that's barely a week old and a toddler? How bad were things in the marriage when they were smooching on camera, right? Well, people show the highlights on the internet. That's just a fact of life, including me and my wife. Now, I'm in a very happy marriage, right? I'm happily married. However, if you see me post a picture online, you can check us out at Lola and Ola on Instagram as well. That's a highlight. That's just a fact, okay? Now, I enjoy my marriage a lot. Like, we could go straight 3 months and no single anything close to disagreement. We don't argue. We used to argue in a very toxic way. It never helped. We don't argue because we both are actively listening, but I try to make it a point that I'm leading that. It's actually almost impossible that two people are leading a healthy form of disagreement. It's impossible. Stop listening to people that say both of you should be healthily learn how to. People are caught up in emotions. So there's gonna be at least one person that's not able to lead. Are you able to carry that cross in that moment in time? This is the real test, right? But anyway, you're right. She gave birth, right? Very selfish man. And no matter how difficult, it's just a guy that's weak right now. It's not anything that he's doing deliberately. When you get caught up in your emotions and you feel you go weak, you know. And I'm not speaking for him. I'm just saying, for the most part, people are good people who do bad things, not the other way around, right? So, and it's very important that you keep that mindset when you're dealing with your relationship, because once you start like him, once you start to feel like the other person deliberately want to hurt you, you will basically, hurt people. You will basically use your own hands to destroy things further, and this person's still going to be in your life for the rest of your life. So you're not helping matters, right? No matter how difficult things were, he should have stayed and supported, not necessarily stayed, because we don't know what she was doing to him. but at least not come out and make a mess of the whole thing, right? Through this difficult first few months at least. What do I know? Me too, right? What do I know? I'm with you, my sister, right? Let's see here. Looks like there may be every parent gonna advise their child if they see the child is unhappy. Yes. But the way I say it is that women are territorial. I said that in the video, right? And if they feel like you don't have masculine core and they don't trust your leadership skills, they will come into your family and try to help you. You know what that looks like to your wife or your husband? Terrible. Like bad. Like it's going to potentially destroy your family. You have to make sure that you're actively engaged in nurturing your relationships from an emotional standpoint. If you're discounting emotions, you will hurt yourself and your family. Emotions are part of logic. If you're talking about logic and you're discounting emotions, you're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. It's the biggest variable in any kind of logical calculation you want to make. So pay attention. Pay attention, at least from the standpoint of the other person. They are emotional. Oh, let's just call you God. You're never emotional. There's a good chance they're emotional, right? So you can't afford to discount the effect of emotions on the results you're creating. You got to pay attention. All right, let's keep going. His mother has nothing to do with it. Anyone can see this man is not happy. He made it clear all his reasons why. Listen, he can run his mouth all he wants. I'm reading between the lines. I'm watching his actions more so than his words. So no, he did not make it clear. As a matter of fact, all of us are unable, we're incapable of making things clear when we're caught up in our emotions, because we're human beings. Stop putting yourselves on a pedestal. You will fall off flat on your face all the time, 100% of the time, because you're human. So no, there's nothing he made clear. His actions made it clear that he's a man who lacks leadership skills by the very first action coming on the internet to tell the whole world about his issues as opposed to going to seek good counsel. Just all we can see. That's what we can see. right? He said he don't want to be with her. Let the man find the right person. And Korra, that's one of those progressive talks right there. I can feel it. I feel you. I'm progressive too. To a certain extent. Let's be guarded before you let the devil come and take over your life, right? And Korra needs to heal and move on. Yeah, it's easy to say, right? It's easy to say things like this, especially when you're not in a relationship that you're happy about, or especially if you've had terrible experiences in the past. And there are exceptions to the rule. You may be in a happy marriage, but you're not in a place where you're able to understand these things from an emotional standpoint. So, no, it's not that simple to tell people to just move on. It's obviously not that simple. That's why they're crying out to the wrong people, right? I will not chase a man that don't want me. Yeah, it's easy to say until